Good morning, guys. We are back on the pad job, but as advertised, we did get a little bit of rain overnight. You guys can see got a little bit of water, a little bit of mud going on, but that's all right. We got another small little project we can tackle while we're here. So let me go get the 120 and I'll show you what we got. Good morning, Mr. Millennial.
Morning.
You think you're getting attacked by trees?
Yeah, what's going on right there?
You're going to explain what kind of controlled chaos we have going on here?
You know, there's something about this job. It's just branched out into some finicky things. We got, what was it, 5 inches of rain in an hour?
We had one of those freak downpours here the other day.
So this ditch was no longer a ditch, and the water was blowing up and over top of this and took out all their landscaping.
So basically what happened is this ditch overflowed and it was flowing good. They've got this ditch landscape down through here awesome. As you guys can see, it just totally annihilated it, destroyed it. But the scariest part about this is when the water jumped out of that ditch, it took off towards their house, walked out the driveway really bad, and I don't think it actually got in their garage.
No, but it
was
quarter of an inch from.
Yeah, it was
right
it was close. So long story short, kind of sounded some alarm bells that they need to do something a little bit different. So this is our plan of attack. They still want, my original plan was just to eliminate this culvert altogether and eliminate water going down through that section of the yard so they can finish off landscaping and that, but they still want to put their babbling brook back. Babbling, that's what I'm doing right now.
Babbling.
That's what I'm doing right now, babbling, right? So we're going to leave that culvert, but we're going to come in about 6 inches higher than that and put a 15-inch pipe going that way till we get just past their driveway to protect it. So we're going to do an open section of ditch for about 30 to 40 feet, and we're actually going to put another culvert underneath the driveway that way. There's another ditch over there. We could just continue to send this water on down the road. We're just going to create problems for the neighbor down there. So if we cut across that with another culvert down there, that'll basically put it right down the property line between the two, which is where it needs to be. So before we can do anything, we need to do a little bit of tree trimming. The good news is we had all utilities marked and we have nothing to worry about.
Yep.
So
bad news is there's one finicky tree and a power line.
Yeah, we got a power line up there that goes absolutely nowhere. It just dead ends down there, but it is hot, so we can't hit it. So, all right, let's trim some trees. Or is it trimming or removing?
Yes.
We'll relocate.
The answer is yes. Luckily, there's not a lot of big trees we've got to deal with.
mess with taking out full-size trees and all these little saplings. These things can be such a pain in the butt. We've about got them. Get this cleaned up here, and we'll jump over, get set up, start putting our pipe in. Well, the good news is we now have a path to lay some pipe.
Yeah, you freaked me out a couple times there, buddy.
The power line just makes for an interesting obstacle. Did you see any sparks?
There were no sparks, but it was definitely
Did you see any smoke?
I said no.
I got a lot of friends working at the power company. Maybe I wanted to see a few of them. All right, so we're going to take in through here. What's the goal, you think? Bomb this pipe about halfway up that pipe. That should still give them some water going that way.
That'll give them 6 inches for the babbling.
They don't, yeah, the goal is just have enough water going down through there. Sometimes in the springtime when it's really wet, this thing will run continuously. So we want whatever water is coming in there to continue down through their landscaping. But any mass water overflows, we want it to keep on going, shooting straight. So what do you say, dig 30, 40 feet there? We'll roll a few pipes in, see what we got.
I think so.
All right, you're gonna have to eyeball me because I cannot see that.
That's why I'm here. Trying to achieve is center of this pipe is bottom of that one, so Mike's got about another 3 inches to go. About 3 more. Up, back. Got a little close to that pipe there, buddy. Try that again. That's getting pretty darn close right there. Now that, beautiful. Nope, we can't hear you or see you. Can't see you or hear you. He just put a small hole in it. It really isn't a big deal. That looks good. Nice trajectory downhill, nice and flat. Should be able to carry that out really, really nicely. Get down here with you guys. You can see the bottom of that one is just a hair below center. And that's what we're looking for.
Actually, some pretty good dirt down there, which kind of surprises me a little bit. I figured we'd hit a lot of rock and trash in here. We'll take this for the win. My goal is I want to kind of dive down with this pipe, and I don't want to get it overly deep, but I want to make sure we got plenty of cover on it because there is still going to be some surface water. It's going to come down over top of this. I just want to make sure we got good cover so it don't wash and expose it. And the deeper we get that pipe, the better it's protected. You never know when they're going to have a delivery driver down here doing something or delivering rock. The deeper it is in the ground, if they end up running over this pipe, the less chance they're going to damage it. So that's going to back the truck up here. I'm probably going to dig another 15-20 feet so we can kind of get 2 sticks down in here. See if we can get the first couple pieces of pipe in. There's a rock. the first pipe down there in the ditch. Looks like our elevation versus the other pipe's gonna come out pretty good. Excuse me, before I get too far ahead of myself. We're gonna grab a little bit of dirt, throw on this pipe, kind of hold it in place for us. Kind of got my dirt thrown up on top of the brush pile here, which is not ideal. Go and run that compactor down through here, make sure everything stays in place. But for now, I just need to get enough dirt on to kind of hold it in place. That should. We ready for pipe number 2?
Ready.
You got the bells going the right way?
No.
We should just take a second to admire this beautiful ditch you have to lay pipe in.
You just put the pipe in the ditch.
We almost got a doorbell down there, didn't we? Doorbell chime. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Real question is, you got her all lubed up and ready to go?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna fit on there nice.
Hey, excavator guy.
I seen on TikTok the other day. Being on TikTok is dangerous, by the way.
Yeah.
They make a tool that goes down over those things. You can
Pull it together.
Yeah. Well, these days maybe we'll have to invest in that. Right now we just got this.
It's called the 120.
I got a big yellow press down there. All right, you ready?
There she is, folks. Pipe number 2. There, it's not gonna move now. All right, now we just gotta flex this bottom in just a little bit.
All right, we were not thinking very far ahead when we put the pipes on the trailer. Every one of them's on there backwards, so that's going to get that situated there a little bit. I just want to get enough dirt on top of this pipe before I track too far off where we know it's going to stay. We don't have to worry about anything goofy happening. Let go. Handle in. Let go. Come on now. There we go. Like I said, we'll get this pipe covered up halfway decent. Probably run that compactor down this pipe one good time. Then we'll come back and kind of sculpt it with either the skid steer or the excavator. Maybe get the bulldozer up here, who knows? Oh, you want me to get that for you?
Yeah.
I got it. You just stay right there. I've never done that before. All right, pipe number 3 going in. Matt's gonna get it lined up. We'll give it a little shove. You guys probably can't see up there. I can barely see. will be our 4th section of pipe, which will basically make 80 feet. And we are gonna go 100 feet. We got 2 more sections of pipe, but on this one here, I'm going to slowly. Actually, you know what? Changing my mind here a little bit. I think this is gonna be our last section of pipe. We are down past their driveway. And I want to get a chance for any surface water to coming off this hill to be able to get in between the gap there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this pipe up a little bit here towards the end so it's not quite as deep. So we're going to have this open section of the ditch. We don't have a big old deep hole. Work out pretty good. Mr. Millennial, I didn't play a whole lot of sports, but what's that, isn't there like a term when the coach changes the plan like mid-play, like audible?
Alternate.
Audible?
Or an audible. That's in football.
Or is that a book? Audible?
No, audible is something you hear, right?
Well, whatever the term is, I think we're
An
gonna.
audible is the football term for.
Okay, see, I'm not a complete non-jock. Anyways, what our original plan was is we're gonna go down through here, leave a gap, then put a pipe down over the hill that way. We actually bought a piece of pipe, or we had the supplier make a piece of pipe with the 45 on it, because down there we'd want to kick it 45 to meet the ditch. But after studying this a little bit harder, I'm wondering if we shouldn't put the 45 right here, take this pipe underneath the road, and then allow the surface water to go straight, and we don't have this goofy little area right there for sticks and trash and debris and people to get stuck in. And
one spot to clean out now.
Yeah.
And that's 60 feet up the hill. So.
And then we'll make sure we get this road crowned, so if it does overflow, it stays over here in this ditch. Basically, the ditch will be the overflow instead of their driveway. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect.
What do you think about that plan?
Well, I got the pipe off the trailer, so does that give you your answer?
Well, we were eyeballing angles to make sure we... Everybody knows you don't always agree with me.
Well, the next time we load up the trailer, I'm going to do it a little slower so I can pay attention to which direction the pipes need to be.
Maybe we should just pull it in from the other direction.
Oh, yeah. But then you had to turn around and back up. So every lovely pipe has been backwards this morning.
All right.
Yes, 45 it.
I think 45 it. We'll shoot right down through that little tree right there. Basically, you guys can't see in the weeds down there, but there's a ditch just on the other side of that propane tank we want to hang to. But that's going to give us the angle we need.
I think I'd call it more of a valley than a ditch. It's pretty severe.
I hauled a bunch of dirt in here back in the day. Anyways, all right, what do you guys think? I'd ask their opinion, but it'll be 2 months before we know.
Well, now that's putting it lightly. It'll be more than 2 months.
No, it'll be about 2 months. Less than 2 months. We're running less than 2 months.
Put that in the comments too there,
What
folks.
is today? What is today? Today is August 22nd, so...
Yeah, well, it's really easy for you to now ensure that it happens, whereas if we hadn't had this conversation.
All right, enough of the ramble, and let's... I guess I don't need to dig any farther. I guess we really need to throw this one down in there and see where it ends up at, right?
You need to go to that end of the pipe and use some strength instead of hydraulics now. And drop it in the pipe. Drop it in the pit.
If it don't fit, we're gonna blame Paul for not a true 45.
Sounds great.
Can't quite roll it without the... You ready?
Ready, set, go!
The 45s are...
I can spin it. Here, take your sunglasses that you dropped off your head.
All right, let's shove this thing together. It's gonna be a little trickier to shove together.
Yes, it is. Because you can't break the weld. That's an official weld job there, man.
It is an official weld job. We were pretty abusive on the last weld job and it held up pretty good. Somebody dropped it out of the back of a truck.
Hey, I thought, we're just going not that far. Somebody told me, don't worry about the fuel, there's plenty of fuel in the truck. Gas light comes on, semi passes me, pipe blows out. It was just a catastrophic failure all in one.
I was up there, I was like, he was gone for 2 hours. 2 hours for a 45-minute endeavor. All right, so basically our intended path or goal now at this point would be to head right down through here. That's going to be our goal. We may end up losing a little bit of landscaping here, but I think we'll be all right.
So this is gonna be a little bit different. It's got the 45 on it, so DP's gonna have to be more careful to get us to our home. Nope, he's going with the groove push. We got it halfway. Good. Got it. All right, throw a little dirt on this sucker and then we'll be ready to... Okay. You said the little tree, I said the rock. Let's check the trajectory. Pretty confident that's rock. Think you were 3 foot down here?
All right, we are getting ready to turn the corner, head that over the hill here. First, we need to relocate a little bit of landscaping. I'm sure what this tree is, but I feel like we probably ought to save them. We can put him back later, nobody ever know. And we got a little flower right here. Perfect. Last thing we need to do is scoop this rock down. 6 inches. Got it. Alright. Let's get lined up. Our goal, I don't know if you guys can see, we need to go about 3 or 4 feet just on that side of that propane tank. There's actually a property line right through there. Need to basically end up right on that property line is the goal. So see what we got. As you can see up there, we've hit a little unintentional geyser. It called in locates and had all the utilities marked, but apparently this water line goes a little farther than even the water company thought. The aggravating part is I felt it about the same time I broke it with the excavator. I tried to quit, but it was already too late. So looks like it's gonna be a pretty easy fix. We got the water company on the way out. We're gonna work their magic on it, I guess, and get her back together. Sometimes, you know what just happened. All right, water company has showed up and got us patched up. We're gonna throw a little bit of dirt back on top of their pipe to protect it. Apparently this pipe's got like 150 pounds of pressure in it. They want a little cover over it before we turn it back on and check for leaks. Can't see, my sunglasses are fogging up. gonna try to shove these together real quick so we can backfill over top of that water line. That's checking the other one. It's good? You sure? All right. Backfill and see what happens. All right, I'll show you guys in a second what we got behind us. We got the everything backfilled, kind of got the road open back up. I think what I'm going to do here now, since we got such tight quarters right here, so I'm going to try to reach down there and dig my way back to where we were at. Try to give us a little bit of room to work here a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take out more trees than what I want to. I prefer not to do that unless we have to. So, see if we can reach down here and make something happen.
DP is really happy with me on these last couple of jobs. A little tight the last couple of jobs. Getting her though. Now he's getting a little bit more comfortable.
We just about got the two ditches connected. Let me tell you, that was a ball of fun right there. Make it even harder, we had all the mud to deal with, but I think we're gonna get her. We're gonna be a little bit shallow on this top end here, but we got plenty of topsoil over on the other side. We can haul in here if we need it. The rest of it's gonna come out pretty good, so. I think it's gonna work. Mr. Millennial, this has turned into a fun afternoon adventure.
Always fun, always fun.
What'd you say this morning? Easy peasy. This one will be easy peasy.
No, that's what you said.
Should've never said that. I think we're on the downhill slide though, you get it?
Pun intended.
Just gotta watch out for those sneaky water lines.
Yeah, especially when they're not marked.
All right, I'm gonna try to, Matt gets that started up on there. I'm gonna try to reach out, kind of backfill as we go, end up down there. It's gonna be close. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, now as you guys can see, Matt's right there in front of me. I'm gonna reach out here, try to get on the end of this pipe. get her shoved up on there.
Yep.
Get her. All right, I'm gonna get some dirt thrown on that one and we'll go again. Miscellaneous for the sake of not causing any more collateral damage. I feel like we should try to work this one in with a shovel.
Oh, manual labor.
Oh, manual. What did Todd call this while ago? My midget shovel?
Little person shovel.
Little person shovel,
The right
yeah.
way to say it.
All right, see if we can get her on her by hand.
Watch DP work from both sides. Yep. A little more. A little more, a little more. Almost there. Let me do one thing here real quick. All right.
Oh, we got.
That's it. Good job, DP.
All right, this has turned into a little bit more of a challenging job than I anticipated, to be honest with you, but we are about to get it. We got the next two full sections of pipe on. End up just pressing those together with a shovel. We're about 12 feet short. That's going to go ahead and cut that one. The length up here. I'm going to kind of work my way down in here backfilling, and as I come back up, we'll make it somewhat pretty until it gets dried out enough we can do something with it. But water service is back on. No issues or leaks with that, so that's good. Just got the aftermath of the mud to deal with, which it's not ideal, but it could definitely be a lot worse. Well, Mr. Millennial, good news. This is the one we've been looking for.
Yes, it is.
The last one. You ready?
Yep.
Started in there?
Yep. Started.
Oh,
You want your LP?
I'm gonna use the DJ or
Excavate
JD
can.
or whatever it is.
DJ, you gonna start rapping it out for us or what?
It's been a long day, buddy. If I can reach out there and get the end of this baby. Get her squeezed up on there. There we go. Boom.
That's it.
We'll get that pipe. Nice, that'll work perfect right there.
Reshape the ditch, put a little more dirt right up here.
I think so. You may cut a foot off of it.
At an angle or leave it square?
I wouldn't do anything to it until we get this reshaped. What do you think?
I think I agree. Here, just for your view. Dollar is lime green.
All right, I'm gonna try to work my way back up out of here in some way, shape, or form, or somehow, and we'll get that topside cleaned up. Well, that's anything but pretty, but it is definitely effective considering the self-inflicted mud and the tight quarters down through there. We're gonna let that just basically dry out. We're gonna be here for a couple days yet, working on the pad. So if we got any topsoil left over, we'll come in there and smoosh it over, maybe kind of finish that off a little bit. And I just don't want to wallow around that mud a whole lot more and risk damaging our pipe or the water line. So I basically got, as far as I can go with the excavator up to the other side of the road here, Matt's gonna hop on the skid steer, clean this road up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and drag a little bit more dirt down on top of that pipe. I'm only digging with a 36-inch bucket. That's a 54-inch compactor, so it's not in the driving road over there, so compaction's not as important as it would be in other places. We're going to basically go ahead and fill that all the way up so we can get the compactor ran up and down through there. Really good a few times. And I need to get out of Matt's way here. Basically, we're going to let her sit, and then whenever we clean up the rest of the job over there, we'll clean this up with it. So the main thing is the pipe's going to be in the ground. Since we put that pipe in, that pipe obviously takes up space or volume, so should end up with some extra dirt, which it looks like we're going to. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it all pulled down out of the woods here. Once I get it into this ditch, we can take the skid steer and take the skid steer and pack it off. It wasn't so muddy, I just loaded it up and up with the excavator, but we've already made enough of a mess today. We don't need to make any more of a mess. That would not be good. The driveway cleaned up, looking pretty good. Got working my way back this ditch a little bit. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of extra material, like we thought. I think she's going to clean up rather nice, folks. Well, it's looking a lot better, Mr. Millennial.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to steal a skid steer from you real quick, shape that ditch just a little bit. We'll get this little hump here cleaned up. I think we'll roll this one time and let her settle out, and we'll clean her up with everything else.
Sounds like a plan. to send the water down this side so it doesn't go down that side.
What it's going to look like at the end of the day. Better than what I thought there about noon, let me tell you. It was a little touch and go there for a while, but this pipe ended up about 6 inches higher than that one. We'll probably end up cutting this one off here so water's got full access to the face of that one. That's going to be the primary direction the water's going to go. We just want some water to go this way for their water feature. Over here, what's eventually probably going to end up happening is once it dries up a little bit, we're going to take above a dump, pull that brush off, make a small little diversion ditch above our dam. Then once that water gets down into this ditch here, they should be able to go down through there and follow it on out of there. So that's going to get that all compacted in. They're calling for good weather the next 4 or 5 days. We'll probably just let this kind of dry out, get a load of rock in here to get this road. This is actually a private road. We'll still get a load of rock in here and get this smoothed up a little bit. This is still kind of a muddy mess. The worst part about this is it don't get sun, so it's going to take a little while for it to dry out. And because we hit that water line right here, we're going to have to raise this up a little bit just to kind of make sure we get good cover on top of this, which we should have some extra dirt, some extra topsoil from over there, so that won't be a major issue. And you guys can see where it comes out way down there and heads down into the woods where it's not going to bother anybody whatsoever. But all in all, pretty happy with the way it turned out today. I'm glad we went with this plan. Like I said, we put that diversion ditch in up there. This slight little ditch here will catch whatever surface water. There's actually a spine that runs up through there, so it's going to catch some water, but not a whole lot. Headed on down to the neighbor's property, there's actually a lake down there. Keep in mind, we're taking a considerable amount of water out of this ditch, so that should help him out quite a bit as well. But I like this idea. This is much cleaner than what our original thought was at the beginning of the day of leaving an open section, and then we were going to actually head right down the property line, which is like right here. But this, we're going to hit the water line either way. This worked out really well. It should be a nice, cleaner job after it's all said and done. So pretty pleased with it. So that's going to be a wrap on this one, guys. We're heading out. The pad over there has dried out real nicely today in the sun. So tomorrow we should be back working on that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give her a big old thumbs up. And make sure you don't miss out on what comes up tomorrow. Consider subscribing so we can catch you on the next one. Later, guys.